Welcome to Dance to Heal. I'm your host, Jenny C. Cohen. Join me as I share stories of how dance and movement can bring healing in a way that is safe and tailored to your life. I'm a cancer survivor, mother of two, and an award-winning performer who found that movement was vital to my recovery. I created Dance to Heal Wellness and also authored the best-selling book, Outside in Recovery, Dancing My Way Back to Myself After Breast Cancer. I will bring new techniques to help you on your dance journey and healing path. Are you ready to move? Dance to Heal starts now. After 30 years in corporate, Nancy Marks took a creative leap and found her passion infused glass art. Nancy established the Glass Arts Collective, which is a sanctuary where artists converge to form an intimate community bound by the transformative power of art. It's a place where mental well-being flourishes as individuals articulate their emotions through artistic expression. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome Nancy to today's episode. Welcome, Nancy.
Thank you, Jenny. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes. So, your bio talks a little bit about how you ended up doing glass arts. Is there something you would love to share that people don't necessarily know about your journey from corporate world to this creative realm?
Yeah. So my corporate world, I actually was very blessed. I've been in a lot of different areas of corporate, and everyone built on another one. And I learned what was the most important to me was that I was making a difference. I was doing something that actually made a difference. And many of my jobs did, some of them didn't. And I would get kind of depressed. I would find myself, I'm doing fine at my job. I'm getting great reviews, but there was something missing. And it took a long time to find out that what was missing was art. And I was using the other side of my brain, jumped to the side of being creative, which was amazing to me because I did not think I had a creative bone in my body. And it took one class, one introduction class, and I learned so much about myself, and I learned so much about what was needed for me.
What was needed for you that you found in art?
A place to unwind, a place to let go of stresses, the ego, all those things that kind of the self-talk, the negative self-talk that you end up with, all of that melted away because suddenly I was doing something that I so enjoyed, and the glass sort of was playful with me. I mean, it was just the colors gave me different energy, and I'd find myself going for one particular color on one day, and another day I might go for a different color as a primary, which just fascinated me.
Just that freedom, right? Compared to a corporate job where there's a lot of rules. I mean, even when you
Yes.
own a company, there's rules you have to follow.
Yes.
Right? That's what, I don't know. I'm excited about my program, and we do a lot of art as part of healing. And I love the fact that you're saying basically you've started to find yourself more in the creative arts instead of trying to fit yourself into a box. We're not disparaging people who work in corporate. We're just suggesting you add some art to fill out your life a little bit, right?
Absolutely. And it's funny because I didn't really equate two things right away. I didn't equate how much better I felt was because I was doing art. And it was kind of at one day, a light bulb kind of went off and said, wait a minute, there's a definite correlation here. I am so much happier doing art than I was spreadsheets and reportings that I had to do before.
Yes. I think one of the things that prevented me from exploring returning to occupational therapy, which was what I did before I had kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I had homeschooled my children, and it was at a point where I was ready to go back to work, and something kept me. And I was very embroiled in this wonderful pursuit of the passion of, we call it rockstar key. We in Americans know it as belly dance. So not ballet, folks, belly dance. And I love the creative aspect of it, that I got to not just in addition to, I should say, my storytelling, which I love to do with my performances, it was the creation of the costumes. I couldn't afford the fancy, expensive ones, and I started to specialize in fusion, which meant every performance was an invitation to be creative with my costuming. So I'm telling you, I totally understand about that, Nancy, that I was really, okay, I didn't like the sewing because I would just poke myself a lot. I have a lot of my blood on a lot of my costumes.
We have that in common. I have blood over some glass.
So that's, that's why you should buy my costumes and Nancy's art, because you can take this home with you. I digress. So you specialize in infused glass art. What is that?
It is a lesser known form of glass. So most people know blown glass with the 2,000-degree blowhole, and it's hot and it's fast, and you don't have a chance to really relax or unwind. It's still a great release for a lot of people. Wasn't for me. Stained glass requires a little bit more concise and precise cutting. I found I really can embrace the imperfections within me as well as in my art. So I do offer classes in mosaic and stained glass as well as fused glass here, but I have other people teach it, people who are passionate for those. My passion really is the fused glass. So you make it in nice, comfortable environment, putting pieces together similar to a jigsaw puzzle or something very detailed for a piece of painting almost, or some type of design that you have in mind. And then I put it into a kiln, and that's where the magic happens. So they're like ceramic kilns. The heating elements are in different places, and it's about a 18 to 24-hour cycle to take it up slowly, because you don't want to shatter the glass. It will have thermal shock. So everything has to kind of balance and have a stopping point, similar to scuba diving. And then it sits there and it gets to a point where it's like a really thick honey, and it fuses the glass together.
Whoa. Okay, so for our YouTube audience, they can see from the backdrop of your Zoom interview space, right? That some of them For our listeners, you want to go to Nancy's website, let me make sure I have that correct, glassartscollective.com, so you can see her artwork. It is spectacular because you've got things like bowls, and then these spiky things and petally things. And so the freedom with which to create is actually unlimited, correct?
Much. There's a few limitations, but not very much. And what I've done for my studio, I have classes in fused glass, stained glass, and mosaic, but I also have a gift shop. And I have open studio members who are the ones who already know the techniques they want, and they explode and do whatever they want. And they're allowed to put things in the gift shop too. So my gift shop, whether it's online or in person, is not just a artist. It's multiple artists with different styles and tastes and techniques. And it's just so empowering to watch these people do things that I never even thought of, couldn't imagine dreaming of. And they're beautiful. They're all beautiful. It's wonderful.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And just remind us again, Nancy, where are you located?
Westlake Village, California. So it's a suburb of Thousand Oaks, California. We're northeast of Los Angeles, sort of the halfway point to Santa Barbara.
Got it. So we're not San Diego. We're north of LA.
Correct.
Cool. Like a little bit more north of like Burbank.
I'm pretty much almost due west of Burbank.
Really? Okay, that's good to know, because I can fly in and come take class.
Exactly.
I have a lot of friends in the LA area, so like I would love, we could even do like a part 2 of this interview with me live in your shop.
That would be awesome. Oh my gosh.
All right, audience.
Yeah, I guess I'm northwest of Los Angeles, not east. I don't know why I said that.
No worries. It's okay. Few of us know. We just need to know which is the closest airport to fly in.
Burbank.
Burbank.
Believe it or not, it's very close for the miles for Burbank or LAX. But Burbank is so much easier to get in and out of. And Santa Barbara actually has an airport now too.
Really? Okay, good to know. I in the past there is an event north of you, closer to the Fresno airport, and I was ignoring that and starting to fly into Burbank and then getting together with girlfriends and then driving all the way north to Fresno. That's 2-3 hours, and then we get hit on traffic.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh, Nancy. So I can be like, well, I want to go visit my friend Nancy, and then I can come.
Please.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
That would be great. Yeah, it's one of those things it's really an experience that people are kind of afraid of because it's working with glass. But we take people through how to cut glass, how to be safe, how to work with the different types of glass that we have. And everything we work with is Bullseye Glass Company out of Portland, Oregon. So it's US made. And the colors and the choices are just amazing. Plus, when you get a little more experience, you can create your own patterns.
Yes. So I guess my question is when you create, like I saw in your gift shop, someone did something that was like a horse, right?
Yes.
A horse sculpture. Is there a form, or they just kind of form the horse and hope that it melts into the horse shape? How does that work?
It was actually cut to be in the shape of the horse. So it was very, she took a piece of paper, she drew out a horse, and then cut the glass to fit that pattern. And the first firing, because that one had 2 firings. So the first firing is almost always flat, and it's a higher temperature. So it's somewhere between around 1400 degrees, and then there's one that's around 1500 degrees. And those are our 2 standard. And the second firing is at a lower temperature, which is where you can actually shape the glass. And so that particular horse, and actually I have a giraffe here too, is got a special mold that actually can separate the legs so it can be freestanding.
Stop it. What? Okay. Whoa.
Yep. Freestanding.
Yeah. I'm so intrigued, and I know you, our audience, too. Make sure in the comments of this, you tell us, how interested would you be? Because I think this is enthralling to me. I do a lot of online simple journaling artwork that is very much of a teacher does this and I copy you, and I can put you on slow speed because the teacher goes so fast and I replay certain parts over and over again. And there's actually a joy to it because I didn't grow up playing, Nancy, and I think art allows us to play.
Yes, absolutely. And I have people who have had different traumas and grief in their life and have found the studio to be very therapeutic. I even have some therapists that come here because they feel the therapy as well. And then they have referrals. But it's a sanctuary. It's a community of like-minded individuals. No one judges. No one, questions. Everyone's just here with love in their heart and love for the art.
Okay, so here's my big question to lead in from there, Nancy, because sometimes, right, some of my audience, they are too far. They may not have the finances to buy your art. They can admire from afar and share with their friends. What would we recommend for our audience who's on their way to being able to participate in your gift shop? How can they get the therapeutic benefits of art?
I think that rather than doing glass, doing something else with art that isn't quite as expensive and finding your desired designs. What kind of things do you like to draw? Whether you're looking out the window and you're looking at a tree and you want to draw the tree. And then maybe later you look at the tree and you go, well, you know what? It's changing colors. I love those colors and I want to make another one. Or you look out and you see just a mess of things going on outside, and you suddenly have a picture in your head that's very abstract, and you create something that's abstract instead. I find even working with the glass, there's days I come in here and I want to make something, but I'm not sure what. And I find it's just flowing out of me, and it's abstract. And it's a bunch of different colors. Some of them I normally pick and others I don't. And after it's been fused, there's this just satisfaction and, again, calming and giggling, because the truth is that I didn't expect that to come out of me. And I was just so excited. And we have a tendency of showing things off to each other. We have challenges. Okay, make something where you've never made it before, and you have to use these 3 colors. And you just pick really random, sort of like a baking contest. So what I guess would be the best way to describe it here. Try to do something with this. So there's a lot of fun and a lot of camaraderie in here.
Oh, I love that. I love that, Nancy. I think, so here's the thing, folks that are listening in and watching our little episode here. Part of healing is to play. Art is play. And you want to give yourself permission. Sometimes there's nothing more to say other than that. We could talk people to death about how important art is, and they really won't know until they do it.
Absolutely. And what I found was I was holding back because in the past, I didn't think I had a creative bone in my body. But you know what? You don't have to be creative or listen to your inner self. Just do it. Thanks, Nike. Just do it. Just take that leap of faith that it's going to help you. And you'll be surprised at what you're capable of doing. I wholeheartely believe that.
Oh, I love that, Nancy. Thank you for reiterating it that way. Oftentimes people will come to me and they'll say things like, I can't dance. I could never do what you do. And I want to say to them, we're not asking you to open up a dance studio. We're not asking you to open up an art studio like Nancy or be a professional performer like me. We're just asking you to consider the possibility that you're going to fill your well with art.
Right.
You're going to fill this well that's been emptied because you're giving so much. And you really have to take the time. Playing refills your well. If anything, I think sometimes, because I have a new analogy. Oftentimes we don't even recognize that this well of energy within us, we have cracks in the bottom. So we're trying to fill this well, right? That's like not retaining anything. And for me, play has been integral towards me repairing the bottom of my well so I can start to fill it.
Absolutely. And I always tell new people, because they come in with these grand ideas of things they want to make, or they go, I could never make that. And I said, I started with the same class you're starting with. Everybody has to start somewhere. And, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be everything you dreamed of, but wait till you see what you can make. And that's what makes the biggest difference.
Absolutely. Yes. So audience, we unfortunately run out of time. However, I'm going to invite you to vote in the comments how soon I should be tripping out to Nancy's studio. Make sure you do that, because I'm watching my comments and YouTube and also in all of my podcast things. All right. And Nancy's going to share with our community. Hi, Nancy's community. About doing a live episode or live recording at your studio. So don't forget, you can access Nancy's glassartscollective.com. And if you're hesitating, go to danceandheal.com for my free class. It's on-demand video. Dance and then go to Glass Arts Collective so that you're more in your body and you can be open to what Nancy's talking about, how creativity helps you with your healing.
Absolutely. And dance is such a tremendous, okay, so I agree. I have 2 left feet, and you know what? I can still dance.
Yes. So what we could do is Nancy is going to go to Dance and Heal. And then she's going to come when I meet with her again, we're going to talk about whether or not that was beneficial for her. I mean, I know the answer.
Absolutely.
However, we still want you, so it's not like we made it up, right, audience? So we'll meet again with Nancy, and she'll try the classes. And I'm going to be very excited to go and meet you in person and go to your gift shop, Nancy. Okay.
Oh, I can't wait. That would be great.
All right, then, audience, thank you so much for checking us out. Until next time, bye-bye. Thanks for listening to Dance to Heal with Jenny C. Cohen. Come back next time to hear stories of recovery through movement and learn more ways that you can move your body. To work with me and continue your journey, visit OutsideInRecovery.com. Are you ready to move?